What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 3 of Pocket Talk. As usual, we're covering about 4 topics with this the Diamond Dallas Page Diamond Cutter. We do that on episode 10, Jonathan. We're not there yet.
Yeah. Damn it.
As usual,
Restart the intro.
I'm accompanied by Jonathan.
Hey guys.
He's here. And we have a couple. Well, we have four topics to three, more so like 3 topics and like our usual ranty ending to stuff. So, John, you have the first talking point that you wanted to bring up.
Yeah, I literally just read this 20 minutes ago, and it's harmonics.
You were enraged.
So I was on Destructoid, which is the website's okay. Not gonna go on how I feel about Destructoid, but Harmonix kicks off crowdfunding campaign for Rock Band 4. And I'm pretty sure Rock Band 4 came out already. So that was like, all right, it's a somewhat clickbaity article, I guess. The hell's this about? And it turns out that they're starting a Fig campaign, for Rock Band 4 to get, I think to benefit, they say, the core game. Like, they're going to keep adding stuff to the game.
Right.
And to bring a PC version out.
Okay, so what's Fig?
So Fig is just like Kickstarter, it's crowdfunding. But the twist is that you can invest your money and you'll get a return depending on how well the game sells.
So it's like a weird stock market way of involving.
Right.
Here's like $15, and if I get 20 back, like hooray.
Yeah, and if they just say that sounds great. That says, oh cool, it's automatically better than Kickstarter in every way, except it isn't in almost every way. And that first, to actually make any decent amount of money off your game, if you're thinking of actually using it as like a way to make money, which is like, look, I want to become an investor of some kind, you need to put tens of thousands of dollars into the game, which means most people are not going to be able to invest that much.
Right.
But
so me giving, like, if I gave Rock Band like $10, I'm pretty much expecting not to get anything back on that.
Yeah, you're not going to get anything on really your return, right? You're going to get barely anything. You may get something, but it's going to be so minuscule it's not worth it, which then gets to the point of where you're saying, well, what's wrong with Fig then? Well, I saw this video a while back, and a guy outlined, and maybe we'll put a link to the video in
we'll probably throw it in the description.
Yeah. And it was really good. And to really summarize it is, Fig is incredibly unstable, and it's been hemorrhaging money like crazy. So if you're, if you invest something, and the terms of service says if you invest something and all of a sudden, Fig goes down, well, your investment's gone.
Right.
Meaning, let's say you were that big guy who's like, I'm going to invest 50 grand in this game. I know it's going to sell well. And then Fig just folds. You're shit out of luck.
That makes no sense, though.
Yeah, and that's the way the terms of service. Clearly, that's the way the terms of service read a few months ago. I haven't read them recently, but I'm pretty sure they haven't changed.
Right.
And that's pretty bad. But the point of this talking point really is not about Fig and how Fig is absolutely awful. It's about how a game that's already been released,
right,
like completed, is being crowdfunded. Meaning, hey, please help. Like, big companies are telling you, oh, please help us.
Right.
Please help. It's like, you're a company. Like, you finished this product. If you want to release it on PC, by the way, evidently the architecture for the Xbox One and
it's all x60. It's all x86.
Right. It's not that
so
complicated.
It's on the same PC architecture.
Why do you need $1.5 million to port your game over?
Yeah.
Probably don't need $1.5 million to port your game over. It's your game's failing, and you're like, well, we want to keep making it.
Right.
That's what I see. Look, your game's failing, and it's sad and it sucks, but that is the reality of the scenario.
I think it's more so too. Harmonix. There is no. How do I say this properly without sounding like super mean? There's no market for rhythm games anymore. That was a big thing last gen, and like even the new Guitar Hero, like I've played it, it's fun, but I wouldn't expect it to like fly off shelves.
I think it did better than Rock Band 4. Rock Band 4 sold less than 1 million copies. I think we talked about it when we talked about it.
Yeah, we did.
We did. Sold less than 1 million, and it may have sold 1 million now, but it's no, you don't do
Yeah.
This is a huge no-no, and I'm not going to be surprised if it gets crowdfunded because evidently
Mm,
in a span of a few hours, $20,000 got put in, and they have 35 days to get it done. But
right. I don't
I,
think it's gonna hit. What do they need? A one and a
one and a
half
half,
million?
one and a
I
half
don't think
million.
it'll hit that.
I know it might. People look. I don't think there's a big market for rhythm games, but $1.5 million. If people want it on
Yeah,
PC, they'll get it.
yeah. I don't see that happening though. I just don't see it happening. If I could segue off your point actually about the whole PC architecture thing, there was a thing I read this today, and I think it was Phil Spencer that said it. I don't remember, to be honest.
I love me some Phil Spencer, so don't disappoint me.
He's evidently said that the Xbox and PCs are pretty much going to be the exact same thing going down the line. So if you buy the next Xbox, or like if the Xbox One comes out with a new edition, you're going to be able to upgrade pieces inside of it. It's pretty much going to be like a pre-made PC specifically to play Xbox games, Microsoft games, because they're going to be one and the same. Xbox and Microsoft's going to be the exact same thing.
Man, that sounds awesome, but how are developers going to be happy with that when they say, oh, they made a new version of the Xbox One that has a better graphics card or better GPU? But wait a minute, are we going to make games for both?
I
Or
think
now are we going to have an upgraded version of that game?
I think what's going to happen is that the Xbox, from what I would think, from a business standpoint of what they would do, is the Xbox, it's going to run a proprietary OS. So it's still going to run, it's going to run Windows, but it's not going to run like Windows 10 flat, where piracy would run rampant.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the big thing I read. I'm like, whoa, piracy was going to be like ridiculous. No one's going to buy anything on the Xbox if it's like a PC. A lot of people, and I don't advocate piracy whatsoever. Like, I buy my games.
I don't think piracy would become rampant because piracy is, doesn't kill the PC market. So
Right. Well, it's an option, which I would think developers would be like, whoa, I don't want to develop on something that I'm going to lose percentages of sales on. I think it's great though. I think it's a great idea. You already own, like, it's already one and the same. You might as well just. And the new actual Forza game is going to come out for PC.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it's
Forza,
like
either Horizon 3 or
not Horizon, the actual, like, the legit, not the
like Forza Motorsport.
Right. So I think it was fucking cool. I just wanted to interrupt you and put my own talking point in.
Do I then just throw my Xbox One out the window? Like,
I don't think that's the thing. I think that's for the next generation. I don't think it's for this gen of consoles.
Okay. Then,
I think Phil Spencer pretty much
3
said.
years from now.
Yeah,
Not like,
I think Phil Spencer pretty much said that we're gonna go into an era where consoles and PCs are gonna be one and the same thing.
Then I'm gonna argue what's the point?
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll figure out a way to make it unique enough. They have to.
Exactly. They're gonna have to figure out a way where it can be expanded, but it doesn't have to necessarily. The big thing I would think is, like, it doesn't have, if it has expandable, like, if you can put a new GPU in it, what happens to the people that buy the low end Xbox? Like, oh, you can't play this Halo game that came out because you need the GPU upgrade.
Yeah, I mean that's it's gonna be like that, and
yeah.
I think it's gonna be their job to make that not only properly, they're gonna have to make switching parts easy.
Right.
I mean,
it's gonna have to be like a plug and play system.
Yeah, switching parts on a PC, you look it up on YouTube.
Hard.
It's not that hard, but people even then are like, that's too complicated. I don't want to touch it. So they're gonna have to make it like a slot system of some kind.
Yeah, I always tell people that building a PC is like adult Legos.
Yeah.
It's like you just put slot, it clicks in, you screw it down, it's done. As long as you have the power to support it, it's fine. So
I'm just always worried about ribbons.
Ribbons, good old. You don't really deal with ribbons that much now.
Yeah.
I mean, SATA cables don't break. Power cables maybe can get, like, pinched, but, like, it's not like the old IDE, like, fat, like, 3.5-inch floppy cables that would come off of PCs.
Oh, I found a
We're gonna get off topic, aren't we?
I found removable floppy drives at work, just randomly scattered about.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, what did I find? No, I found a 3.25-inch floppy at work.
Oh, awesome. Okay,
no, a what the hell is it? The 5.25, the big ones, like the actual floppy ones.
They're the ones that you shake and they go flick, 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 flick.
Yeah. You got like the floppy ones.
You know what these are, right? I never seen these before in my life, but I think you know about them. They're the big floppy disks. Like they look exactly like floppy disks, but they're
Okay.
just gigantic.
I've never seen them before in my
Oh,
life.
damn. Yeah, I saw one just
You got
hanging out.
You got
And I
some
was
crazy
like,
ass old technology going on.
I'm like, what is this? Like,
Do I just go to Google and type in big ass floppy disk?
yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I was hoping. I'm surprised I haven't talked to you about it before. I was hoping you know what it is.
I have no idea what it is.
Oh, that's
no idea whatsoever.
That's a shame.
Well, that got derailed.
Yeah, that got derailed hard.
Shit, you want to just go to the next topic?
Yeah, we're gonna have
that
to.
we brought
We're
up.
gonna have a hard cut.
Yeah, not even a hard cut. Fuck it. We'll seamlessly go into this. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So, Superhot came out last week, right?
It's awesome.
It looks fucking incredible, but we had an argument, sorta, kinda.
We did.
That I think the game's too expensive, and you think it being $25 is totally fine.
It's kind of the I don't really want to put game length and price in the same conversation.
Okay.
I kind of say I don't really, if it's the best hour of my life.
Yeah.
Oh man, I paid $25 for the best hour of my life. That's pretty.
Yeah,
pretty
but
great.
that's the okay. In case you don't know anybody, if you've not seen a review for Superhot, it's a very cool, amazing concept for a game.
Looks great.
But the story mode is literally like 2 hours long, and it has like other modes to tide you over. But I feel like for the 2 hour story mode, and it kickstarted at $15 to put it, and you could have pre-ordered it 2 days before the game came out at $14.99.
Right.
To come out the next 2 days and charge $10 more is absolutely ridiculous.
No, I'll go on record saying I think the price hike is really, really wrong. But whatever. I still don't think $25 may be too expensive for the game.
I don't know. I'm just gonna bring up a game I've been playing. I bought Stardew Valley, which is like this Harvest Moon-esque game. It's $15, and I've already pumped 5 hours into it, and it's awesome.
And that's great. But if you read reviews of Superhot and people, I don't even say defenders of Superhot, people who just were talking about it, saying there's no way I'm only playing this game for an hour, or there's only way I'm playing this game for 2 hours because it's,
but don't you think it's gonna get repetitive after a while?
No, like that. The whole point of the game is like it gives you a base, and you like just try to beat your scores constantly and try to just do cool things. Like after you beat the game, evidently there is a mode that's katana only mode, so you only can use a katana. So you're forced to you're playing the same levels but now limited, and you have to use all of your now that you've gotten better at the game.
Right.
You now just only use a katana, and you like throw your katana and then ricochet it off people. It's just cool.
I don't know. It just bothers me. The price hike is the one thing that bothered me.
Yeah, the price hike's wrong.
Going from $15 to $25 in the matter of 2 days just because your game's fully out and you can't pre-order it, I think is absolutely just wrong.
Yeah, no, the price hike.
If you're gonna charge
I've never seen that before.
$14.99, if you're gonna charge $14.99 2 days before it comes out, and then because I didn't know it was coming out and it was pre-orderable, and then the game comes out and I'm like, oh, this looks really cool, and then the price wasn't even on the Steam page until the game officially came out. That bothered the hell out of me.
I've seen the okay, if you funded it through Kickstarter or whatever, it was this much, but when they came out,
I understand.
I've seen that, but I've never seen a 2 days later it's now $10
more,
almost double the price. You're like, wait, it's crazy. Usually that's a new kind of crappy way to make people pre-order games.
Right, but that's the thing. Like, oh, hey, pre-order the game now because if you don't, it's going to be $10 to $15 more the day it comes out. Like, that's ridiculous.
Imagine if The Division did that. It was like,
people
a game
would
I'm
flip
really,
shit.
really skeptical about. Oh, if you pre-order it now, it's only $50. I mean, there are I've seen on Steam 10% off.
But
pre-orders.
That's like $2.
Like $2.
Or at the most, it's like $5.
Yeah, it's usually.
What's gonna stop if a company like Ubisoft did it? People would be flipping their shit.
Yeah,
but because it's an
be
indie
mad.
game, I've heard like nobody freak out about it.
Yeah, no. But if like The Division did that, and they'd be like, well, you could save $10 if you buy it now. People would buy it, and then if they're disappointed with the product, like I should have waited. And yeah, that's still technically your fault because you gave in, but it's still a really shady and crappy tactic by a publisher and developer.
Right.
Though they didn't announce the price hike, so no one would know about the price hike.
Right. But that was the thing. Nobody, from what I read, remember, like I only can report on what I can only say things on what I've seen.
Right.
A lot of people didn't know what the price would be, so a lot of people thought like, oh, it's gonna be $15. It's gonna be $15, and then all of a sudden it's $25, and everyone's like, what the shit?
Yeah, no, that's really weird that the price wasn't on there for pre-orders. You couldn't pre-order on Steam then.
You couldn't. Well, I'm guessing you could pre-order it through Steam. I guess not.
You can.
I don't know.
You can. You
Well,
probably.
that's the thing.
pre-order
I
your
didn't know
Taco
this
Bell
game
on
was
the
coming
website.
out. I knew the
neither.
game. The game was shown, and I was like,
Right.
"Oh, this game looks cool." I didn't know the release date of the game.
No.
Then all of a sudden, it's coming out, and it's $10 more. I don't know. That just. I just got annoyed with it.
I think it's wrong, but our initial argument was about pricing in
I
games.
know. Yeah.
We're derailing hard today, Anna.
It's a great episode. We're derailing hard. Okay, if you want to go back to pricing in games,
Right.
if I'm spending, okay, I'm gonna preface this. You son of a bitch! You put that fucking dog in the video.
You told me not to do it, but I did it.
I work a 40-hour work week. I have a very limited amount of time to play video games after I get home from work. I have a wife. I have to cook. I cook. I have to do things. I have to hang out with my significant other. I can't just ignore her and be like, I'm playing video games.
It's so frustrating. Hanging out with your wife.
I know.
God,
Oh my god.
Amanda.
It's the worst
Give the
thing
man
ever,
a
right?
break.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, she's gonna watch this. She's be like, I let you play video games when I'm home.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I'm making
so
a
much
point
shit.
here.
You're getting so much shit right now.
If you're a person like me who works full time, has a family, you have very limited amount of time to play games. So if I'm gonna spend $60 on something, I want as much content as possible. It's literally the only reason I buy Football Manager every year.
Mm-hmm.
I bring Football Manager up
What's up,
every.
Maggie?
Maggie, it's your birthday. I get it. You need to fucking calm down.
Happy birthday, Maggie.
Is recording on March 1st. This will probably go up March 3rd. So,
I hope Maggie was in the shot for that one.
no, but you definitely hear her.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, she interrupted my point too. God damn, this is the best podcast ever.
Uh,
This is what it's gonna be
disaster.
called. It's gonna be called the best podcast of all
Disaster.
time. So, back to the point.
You want
I'm
to give us as much content.
I want a game as if I'm spending $60, I want to be able to put as much content into the thing as possible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to spend $60 and get like this crappy game, and then be like, great, I'm out $60 and I've wasted my fucking time.
I can't believe I'm on the opposite end of you on this issue because same, like I haven't had as much time to play games as I've been able to, like working and just attempting to have a social life. You can like take it out, and I don't regret any of that. It's just I'm on the opposite end. Like when I see a game's like 60 hours long, I'm like, oh fuck, dude, I'm never gonna beat this. Like I know, like I just don't have time to beat this. So if I like hear Superhot's only 2 hours long, I'm like, oh, I can beat this. Like I can get through this game and push it through. Like I bought Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. Great game. Great, not Ground Zeroes. Phantom Pain. Great game. Got it first day it came out, or like the weekend it came out, and I'm like maybe a fourth through it. Like
Right.
I played it for like 10 hours, maybe 15 hours, and
Right.
that's what I mean. Like yeah, I spent $60 on it. I actually bought the PS3 version. I spent 50, but it's like, man, I don't have time. I don't have time to play those long games. I have a stack of games like this long, this big that I have to play.
Yeah.
Never gonna get to those. Nier is one of them. That's an RPG. I'm never gonna beat you.
Well, that's
I
the
want
thing.
to-
Like, I don't buy a lot of RPGs now.
Yeah, but you bought Fire Emblem.
I did. Well, I didn't know. That was given to me.
Doesn't matter.
By my wife.
You own it. You have to play
I
it.
own Fire Emblem. I played it a little bit yesterday. That's gonna be a game where I'm gonna play in like hour and a half shots, and it's like it's gonna take me forever to beat. It is what it is.
I don't know. When if I'm gonna pay $25 for 2 hours, that's okay. As long as it's good, as long as it's solid, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm not
What's
gonna pay
the difference?
$60 for 2 hours, but I don't know. It's
I know
alright.
I know they're different mediums, but what's the difference between going to a movie and spending $14 for 2.5 hours of a movie, and if you want a 2.5 hour game, you're spending $50?
Okay. I guess the argument you would have to make would be, the game can be replayed, You have an infinite amount of tries with this game.
Mm-hmm.
You can make it different every time. Like Superhot's a good example of a game that's probably going to play differently every time you play it. Hotline
Right.
Miami was kind of the same way. You were
Mm.
constantly going for high scores. Um, and yeah, it's games, and they have replay value. I don't know, man. Vanquish was $60. It was 4 hours, sometimes 3 hours.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
game was great.
Right.
So it's tough. You're saying like yeah, if it's like to me, if a game's like Gears of War, which is like 6 hours long, but it's $60, you're really never gonna play the campaign again, and you're not into multiplayer, that's probably not worth it for you. If you're gonna play a game like Plants vs Zombies, Garden Warfare, which is awesome, it's the same game over and
yeah.
over and over again, but and you pay about $60 for it. But if you're gonna play it for a long period of time,
I guess.
there's a lot of content in it.
That's the reason I don't play multiplayer shooters, though.
Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zero is a game I accidentally misspoke of. If
Mm.
you only played the campaign to that game,
Yeah.
yeah, you only got an hour or two out of it, but there was so much more to it. But it was
But
all
that was
extra
another
stuff.
that was another game a lot of people complained about, that the cost of the game was like didn't justify the length of it.
It was great. Great game. It was. I paid $20 for it because I got it digitally. You had to pay 30 if you got it physically. I think they actually brought the price down,
Yeah.
but it was still. I've replayed that campaign several times. Even if I only played the campaign to that, I've replayed it 4, 5, 6 times
Right.
in different ways because I wanted to, doing
Right.
different strategies because it was fun to.
Mm.
It was well designed and well thought
Yeah.
out.
I don't know. I literally like it. I guess I concede at that point.
No, don't concede to me. Come on.
The only thing I have on this
You
point
like
that-
game length.
I do. I like
don't
justifiable
replay video
game length for the
games.
price. I don't.
There
When
you
I beat a
go.
game, 90% unless the game is Final Fantasy IV, I will not replay you 95% of the time.
And I think that becomes the biggest difference, right? Like if like you're someone to play your games,
Yeah.
not only to completion, but you just like if you really like the game, you're gonna replay it and replay it and replay it.
Right.
What is game length? Game length is literally arbitrary. If you're someone who's like, I literally just beat the campaign and I walk away, Call of Duty's not worth your $60, right?
Right.
Like it's a 4-hour campaign, a 6-hour campaign. You beat it, you walk away. Who gives a shit? You forgot about it. You throw the disc in the trash. Like, so you're better off not, waiting for those games to get cheaper. So to
Right.
me, if I bought Superhot, which is the game we originally talked about, it would be a great deal for me. $25. I'm playing this game for hours on end. Fantastic. You bought
Right.
Superhot. You're like, oh fuck, dude. I paid $25 for 2 hours.
I'll be buying Superhot when it's on a Steam sale.
Yeah, buy it when it's $10.
When it's $10.
And
Or
I think
$15.
it's just game preferences. I think people who have constantly said this game 8 hours has to be 8 hours has to be the game length of a $60 purchase. You kind of sit there and you're like, I've seen so many games get ruined by that because their pacing is just off. It's like this game should be 4 hours, not 8.
Right.
Like, and it's the gameplay is getting old and it's frustrating and I don't want to play this game anymore after 4 hours. And the story is dragging. Like, you can tell that's happened.
Dark Sector.
Dark Sector.
If no one's ever played that game, still haven't. beaten that game.
I like using Gears of War in that example.
Gears of War is a good one because Gears of War's pacing's very. Gears of War didn't need to be 3 games, but it was 3 games.
Well, that's a talk on sequels.
Mm.
I think we did talk about it at one point.
I think we did.
I always thought Gears of War's pacing was slightly off. I don't think the games are bad. I just wish they were more condensed.
I'm just gonna say, welcome to Pocket Talk, where we don't remember what the fuck we talked about the last episode.
I'm not paid to remember things.
I'm not paid, period.
I'm not paid, period.
There is no monetization on these videos.
No. Why should we have monetization? That's another argument to have about people making money. I don't care if people make money on YouTube. Go for it.
Yeah,
There are
you
people
do.
out there that get mad.
You do you, son.
Yeah,
You
man.
make your money if you want.
That's right.
I think we've exhausted the topic we just talked about. I think
Good.
we've gone on long enough for that one.
We should talk about our sponsor.
What? Are
Our
we?
sponsor is Squishable. They
Oh
make
my
nice little
god.
plushies like this. We're not sponsored. I just have Squishables.
We're actually sponsored by Sony PlayStation 4, the best controller on the planet.
Oh my god. We were sponsored by Sony. One, they'd be like, "What the fuck did we just sponsor?" With like 20 views, and it'd be great. Or what would they pay us with? They wouldn't. They would no way in hell pay us with a console or a games. They'd give us like a hat. It's like,
they would. They'd send us like a little like one of those little pins. They'd send us like a Sony pin or something. They'd be like, "You did good."
It cost them more in shipping to get that to us than
to actually make the pin. Oh my god. So, what have you been playing this week? I feel like this should be a normal segment from now on.
I have not played Final Fantasy Record Keeper this week.
Well, that's a positive move in your life.
I started playing Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. I almost said Modern Warfare. Garden Warfare. I actually played on Xbox 360. I don't play it on Xbox One.
Okay.
And it's awesome. I love it. It's a game that really does lack content in terms of like what you're gonna do. It's pretty much 2 game modes essentially. I actually really haven't touched the multiplayer. I've only touched Garden Ops, which is like their tower defense. Okay. It's gonna get really repetitive in terms of like actual gameplay, but it's so much fun. It's
now,
ridiculous.
Are you playing by yourself or are you playing co-op?
No, I'm playing cooperatively. Like I'm playing with Phoebe.
Okay.
So it's awesome. We have a lot of fun.
Is that all you've been playing this week?
Yeah, I've only played Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare.
Oh, Christ.
Well, okay, no, I lied. I
Bring it
actually
back.
also downloaded Yu-Gi-Oh! Legends Legacy of the Duelist.
Fucking Christ.
Dude. Okay, so I did.
I thought we would get an episode without Yu-Gi-Oh! And
no,
shit.
No, I'm opening card packs next week. Like, comment, subscribe, give me your money. I downloaded it. I'm like, I downloaded the trial and I was playing it and I'm like, I wonder how well I remember this card game that I stopped playing like years ago. And dude, like,
it's like riding a bike.
I was like, let's just do this right now. And I'm just like playing cards like crazy. It's great. Game's actually great.
Jesus.
Presentation wise, it kind of sucks, but gameplay wise of how it does the actual card game is fantastic.
Well, there you go.
Story decks and everything.
Oh my god.
Download Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually, download Plants vs. Zombies. That game's better.
How much is Plants vs. Zombies? The first one, because the new one, this Plants vs. Zombies 2 came out.
Yeah, no, the first one's only $20.
That's not bad.
So I think
like
it's worth it.
A fun multiplayer shooter that you could play like offline. You can play cooperative with like in like sort of single player.
Yeah,
PvP modes.
I think you can play by yourself in Garden Ops, but you need to be online. Like it's an online only game.
Right.
Which is crappy because the VA servers are down. I also had to make an Origin account.
Oh, dirty.
Yeah, that was terrible.
I mean, the only reason I have an Origin account's for FIFA, so
yeah,
I feel your pain.
Just I'm all for competition, and clearly Steam needs competition with all its bullshit.
Yeah.
But man, this Origin just and Uplay and
yeah, gross.
Yeah, it's bad.
So I've been playing Football Manager.
Oh, well, of course you have.
It's great. Such a good game.
What save are you playing?
I've been playing 2 separate ones on stream. I've been playing Japan save, which we just got promoted back into J League 1, so we went from the 2nd division back up to the 1st, so that's great. But I feel like that one's winding down, so I might I'm thinking of new saves to do on stream. Off stream, I'm doing a stream in Scotland.
Oh, cool.
I'm doing a save in Scotland, rather.
Oh.
I'm playing as Rangers in the 2nd division, and I'm trying to get them back up to the 1st and bring them back to what they were. So,
by the way, most people probably who watch this only watch you for Football Manager.
Pretty much, yeah.
And they're finally 30 minutes into this bullshit, he's finally talking about football.
Talks about it for a minute and a half because I've been playing Fire Emblem Conquest. I played that a little bit, and I've been playing Stardew Valley. For $15, if you ever played Harvest Moon, or if you just want a game where you can just chill and just, it's like literally like a slice of life game. You can farm, you can hang out with people, you can go into a mine and like beat up slimes and mine for ores. Like it has a little bit of everything for everybody. So for $15, not a bad shout.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. There's combat.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Actual combat. It's
very click at thing until it dies. But
I forgot what the other. It was Harvest Moon, but with combat.
Rune Factory.
Rune Factory. There you go.
Yeah.
I was about to say RuneScape. I'm like, that's not it.
That's not it. That's shouting back to an old game.
You know they made a new one, right?
Yeah, I'm aware.
Oh, okay.
I don't play it.
All right, man. No kidding. If you played RuneScape, if you play RuneScape, it's okay, but I still would smack it. What are you doing playing RuneScape? What is this? 1994?
What the fuck? I guess I'm gonna play Ragnarok Online too. Let's get all up in that.
Dude, let's play some Ragnarok Online. Let's play some World of Warcraft and
Vanilla WoW.
Vanilla WoW.
Yeah.
Before Burning Crusade.
Before Pandas. Way before Pandas.
Legend of Pandaria. I haven't played that game since Vanilla WoW, and I think I know most of the expansions.
That's ridiculous. Stop playing with that stupid dog.
It's just here. It's not a stupid dog. You're a stupid dog. Oh, snap.
I have one more thing to talk to you about.
What is it? This is unexpected.
So Deportivo are just shit.
We lost. Yes, we lost.
We haven't won a game since the beginning of the year, 2016.
Yeah,
we have not
I know.
won a game. I'm just gonna ask you one question. Do you think we're gonna get relegated?
What was my answer a week ago, Adam?
I don't even fucking remember.
We're getting relegated.
Oh god.
No, I mean it's really bad. You're not winning for such a long stretch of time, even if you're technically the better team, which I think in some of our matches we've been the better team. It's like psychologically, just you're done, right?
Yeah.
So they need to figure out a way to win a game and then build from that. I don't care if they have to break Messi's legs.
I don't think we played Barca for a while, so.
Thank God.
We play Bilbao tomorrow, which by the time this goes up, that game will probably be played. We've probably have already lost that game, so.
We lost.
I don't know.
We lost to the worst team on the table.
Yeah, I know.
So.
We're terrible. We're just absolute dog crap.
And we were good, pretty good anyway.
Yeah. No, we were amazing the first half of the season. I don't know what the hell happened.
Yeah.
Just all fell to shit.
The magic of Victor Sanchez.
Victor Sanchez del Amo.
Victor Sanchez.
He's a great name.
Yeah, and he's probably a really good
man.
coach. I just don't know what's happening. I don't know if it's player fatigue. I don't know if it's something is not clicking. I don't know if people are injured.
There's a little bit of everything. Nothing. There's been no like catastrophic injury that would have held them back at this point.
Is Lucas still? Is he playing okay or?
He's playing. He's doing all right. I mean, he scored, like I said, at the beginning of the season, he was like a house of fire. This second half, like since January, hasn't been that solid.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no good.
We ended on the saddest note whatsoever. I
don't really think. How many games do we have left? We have like.
Fuck if I know, dude. I don't know. Yeah, no, I think I'd look it up, but it'd take too long to look up and see how many games we have left.
I really on the table I think we're 10th. I really don't think we're gonna get relegated. I think we'll eventually figure something out.
I could see us dropping down to like 15th, like finishing there.
It's horrifying. That's IBAR level. Well, are we gonna be this year's IBAR?
That's what I'm saying. I was gonna bring that up. I'm like, are we gonna be like IBAR last year? And like they were amazing the first half of the season, and then the only reason they stayed up is because Elche decided to be like, we're not paying monies.
We don't have the money. Shit.
Oh crap. They're not going to get promoted this season either.
They don't have the money still?
No, Elche are like in the middle of Adelante. They're like in the middle of the table, so they're not even coming up.
How's Lugo doing?
I think they were close to the top of the top of the second division last time I checked. I think Real Oviedo is another one that's been doing very well this year.
I'm gonna look at the table really fast.
Spanish football talk, because nobody talks about it.
I mean, no one talks about the second division.
Yeah, we're going.
Yeah, Lugo's 14th. What are you talking about?
Are they what?
Oh, yeah, they're 14th.
I haven't checked the table in a very long time. I'm sorry. Who's the top? Give me the top four in Segunda.
Leganes, Alveses, Oviedo.
Yeah.
I don't know how to pronounce this. What the fuck? No. Gimnastic?
Yeah.
I was about to say gymnastics. I'm like
gymnastics. Yeah, gymnastics. If you saw it in
Cordoba. Sorry, Cordoba. Sorry. Yeah. Looks like we're gonna get three brand new teams.
That's actually very cool.
Maybe
I'm
they can
looking
be
at
the next. Maybe they can be the next Las Palmas.
That would be cool. I mean,
Like,
Cordoba
not
are in
suck.
6th. That's not terrible.
No.
And they're not that far of a shout. They're only 6 points off of first. They got a
Oh
shout.
right, no, but the playoffs consist of the number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, don't they?
Right. So Cordoba are in playoff position.
They're
right
in
now.
playoff position.
Zaragoza are right behind them, though. That'd be a very cool team to come back up. Real
Yeah.
Zaragoza. We
They haven't been around
seen
in a
them
while.
Yeah. Let's see. Who's in the bottom? Lagostera, Bilbao B, Almeria. Almeria might go down. Oh my god. That'd be horrible for
Weren't
them.
they in the league last year?
They've been in. I don't think they were in La Liga last year, but they've been in La Liga for a while. They were in the first division for a long time.
Hmm.
Good old Tenerife, just hanging out in 13th.
Hmm.
Valladolid are another team that aren't. Oh my god, we're totally getting sidetracked at the end. This is gonna be another like 45-minute fucking podcast.
Yeah, but
because I'm
people have
getting
already
distracted.
Yeah,
that's
not
true.
Spanish soccer.
Now we're just talking about soccer at this point.
Yeah, they just shut it off.
I would go down.
I'm even on my phone at this point.
Yeah, I would go down to Segunda B and talk about it, but there's no point in that. Oh,
Dude,
Alaves. I was wondering who the fuck you were talking about. Deportivo Alaves, 48 points. Leganes. I don't even know where the hell Leganes is from. All right, we're gonna wrap this shit up because I'm just mumbling right now. So we had some interesting conversations today. If you enjoyed our conversations, give it a like, give it a share. If you want to share it, go for it.
I don't know how to do that one. That's like
a like.
Share is this way.
Share is like the bendy arrow guy. If you want to do that, I mean, go for it. Give us a follow on Twitter at PocketGames.
The follow button is just a follow button.
Yeah, it's just a follow button. Give a follow on Twitch if you haven't yet. Twitch.tv/AdamPita and Twitch.tv/Jonathan_Pita. Whenever John decides to actually fucking stream.
I will.
You say that now, but you haven't done that yet. Do we have any other things we need to plug in?
I don't think you said subscribe.
You should subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're seeing this for the first time and you've enjoyed it. I mean, give it a shout. That'd be cool. You can catch up on all the other videos we've done. We've done Let's Plays that we're hopefully going to start recording again.
We will. We're not done doing Let's Plays. I'm determined to beat Paper Mario.
Eventually.
But we gotta finish Yoshi's Woolly World. That's like unacceptably late.
Are we ever going back to Fatal Frame or is that one done?
No, that was not done. None of them are done, man.
We're just it's that real slow burn. They're gonna come back. We're gonna come back with a vengeance with them.
Guys. Feel the burn.
Oh my god! Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll talk to you guys next week, hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Love you all. Oh my god, that's so creepy.